Girl Talking Grace. I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter weekend. We're jumping back into Girl Talking Grace, breaking chains, guarding your environment and your mind, and becoming the environment. So, girls, today I'd like to talk about something that most people don't realize is affecting them every single day, and that's your environment, what you consume, because you can know the truth, understand the pattern, be walking in freedom, and still slowly drift back because of what you're surrounded by. So what's around you will eventually get inside of you. Your brain is always taking in information, what you see, what you hear, what you scroll, who you talk to. It's all shaping your way of thinking. Your brain doesn't filter for truth. It filters for repetition. So if you're constantly around negativity, drama, unhealthy conversations, old environments, your brain starts to normalize it. So in 1 Corinthians chapter 15:33, we see bad company corrupts good character. That's not condemnation, that's awareness. Your environment is either going to be reinforcing your freedom or feeding your old patterns. I've learned that there's like 3 types of environments. Okay, the first one is draining. It's draining where it pulls you back, it triggers old behavior, it can keep you stuck. Feels familiar, but it's not helping you grow. Then there's like a second environment where it's neutral. You're comfortable, but you're not yet challenged. Kind of keeps you the same. And then there's the third one, growth. It challenges you. It supports you. It reminds you who you are. Feels uncomfortable sometimes, but it moves you forward. See, you need people who don't just agree with you, but remind you who you are. The right people won't let you go back to who you used to be. Sometimes growth requires distance. Not hate, not anger, just wisdom. Just because it's familiar doesn't mean it's healthy. So, what you consume, let's go a little deeper, because it's not just who you're around, it's like what you're feeding your mind. So whatever you consistently see and hear, your brain builds pathways around it. Some examples are like social media, music, conversations, shows, or just thoughts of what you replay in your mind. What you consume repeatedly, you start to believe. In Philippians chapter 4, verse 8, we see, think on these things. God is literally telling us to be intentional. Be intentional about what fills your mind. If you don't guard your mind, something else will fill it. Real talk, you just can't scroll anything, listen to anything, watch anything, and expect your mind to stay free. So now we see it clearly. Your environment feeds your mind. Your mind feeds your behavior. Your behavior builds your life. If you want a different life, you need a different input. You're not restricting your life, you're protecting your growth. You don't break chains internally, you stop feeding them externally. So we've spent the last few weeks talking about breaking patterns, renewing our minds, walking in obedience, guarding our environment, and protecting what we consume. And all of that matters. But I also want us to shift, because you weren't just created to avoid bad environments. You were created to be a different one. You don't just need the right environment. You are called to become one. Because of everything that we've talked about, the cross, your identity, who you are now, you don't walk into rooms the same anymore. You don't walk in reacting, you walk in carrying something. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 14, you are the light of the world. Notice it doesn't say try to be the light or work to become light or one day you might be light. No, it says you are. Light doesn't adjust to darkness. It changes it. Some of us have been waiting for better environments, better people, better situations before we feel stable. But what if God is saying, I already made you stable, so now go carry it? What does it actually mean to become the environment? When you walk into a room, bring peace. Don't match any chaos going on. Shift it. Don't react like everyone else anymore. Speak life. Don't feed negativity. Redirect it. You don't have to preach, but you don't have to agree with either. Hold your standard. Don't lower who you are just because of where you are. Your environment doesn't define you anymore. This is where standing in the gap becomes real. Because now you're not just trying to stay strong for yourself, you're helping others stay strong too. You might be the environment someone else needs. Think about that. Someone sometimes is watching how you respond, speak, handle pressure, walk it out. And it's either going to give them permission to grow or permission to go back. You're not just living for you anymore. Being a woman of courage, you're influencing others. And here's a hard truth. Like, some people are not going to like it. Some environments just won't fit with you anymore. Some conversations might feel different. Growth will separate you from what you used to fit in. So now, instead of asking, is this environment good for me? Start asking, what am I bringing into this environment? Where in your life are you being influenced, and where are you meant to influence? This week, don't just protect your environment, become one. Bring peace. Speak life. Hold your standard. Not perfectly. We're not perfect. But intentionally. You are not the same person anymore. You carry something different now. You don't just walk into environments anymore. You change them. I challenge you to be the light. I hope you guys have a great week.